breaking news. Therefore, again, say former Chief Justice, I Gertrude Torkornoo. I say it's a mental health and shall stable. I am seven, young one seven so, I want the science and farmer.
CJ Torkornoo's mental health before it's too late. I've been worried about this woman here called Gertrude. Yes, Torkornoo. Esaba Araba. Beautiful name. This woman has been Chief Justice of the Republic before. For some reason, she abused her office. She was a fine woman everybody respected. But probably because the NPP put her into that position, she decided to align with the NPP. She favored party members when it came to queuing for legal issues. Can I break it down? Oh, your case is supposed to be heard a month from now, but because you are an NPP person, we will push you forward so it will be heard tomorrow. We saw that with Africa Markin. She favored them. And then, even though she ruled against spousal allowances, can I break that down? That you cannot take public money and give to your spouse just because you're a public official. Remember when Baumia wanted money for Samira? Nana Addo also wanted money for Gladys? My brother, my sister. But she turned around and took money for her husband and child to travel outside the country and chill out. Remember the time she said the law is the law. Has the law ceased to be the law now? The law was the law. The law is still the law. And the law would continue to be the law. Lawyer Tadiosori made it clear. They took her to court. They petitioned against her CJ-ship. The president looked at it. One Daniel Ofori was the petitioner, and he got two astute lawyers to deal with the issue. Oh yes, Lawyer Tadiosori and Chachuchi Kata. They went to court, and they were able to get this woman impeached. In other words, removed from her position. From that time, she has never known sleep. Before she was removed, the president of the republic said, "You are a woman. We love you and respect you. Left to me alone, I would want you to continue to be the CJ." But our countrymen are saying no. There's a petition. And looking at the petition, I am hearing some guttural voices that, in fact, you are culpable. I want you to retire on your salary. Retire on all your benefits. She said, "Your Excellency, I've heard." And then she went to contact her lawyers, who pumped chaff into her head. "No, we won't accept it. We will fight. You will still be the CJ and get all your money. They can't take anything." They went and they lost. She went all the way to the West African court. Lost twice. She lost almost every case in Ghana. After the West African case, community court, it was supposed to be the end. She still came to Ghana and went to the Supreme Court. A couple of days ago, the case was thrown out on her again. My fear is that this woman is so frustrated, and now the frustration has to come to an end. She has no more options, and that could degenerate her condition into a mental condition. You will say, "I told you." A woman who worked so hard to build this mansion, then all of a sudden the whole mansion is crumbling like a house of cards. Yes, like cookies before her very eyes. It's not an easy spectacle. She didn't foresee. Maybe her lawyers misled her and she followed them like a sheep to the slaughter. But the law was the law. The law is still the law, and the law will continue to be the law long after her. We need to take mental health seriously. She feels entitled to a certain package. She's lost everything, and this could break this beautiful woman down. I think that we need to provide her with medical health needs. We need to be able to get the psychiatrist to start talking to her, or else, for the first time in the history of this country, we may see a former Chief Justice run naked on the streets in frustration and in a mental breakdown. You will say that Black Rasta said this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power.
Yes, Arafo. Say what I said. I just we say it's someone. Torkornoo the health, mental health condition, any stable. Now Black Rasta can say me. That would him. Jana Hana yet tell you uncle. What would you say Black Rasta man? Or more party colors, or more stand, or much them. Then so always they wanna pretend as if said they are neutral people. Would him? A banisa and no more mind ye breno. Because Obia whatever be say on say we are neutral, but crowd opposition are with them. Torkornoo, Chief Justice Bafuboni, Obaye. Some say Torkornoo or Kwaburetire, one in the Kunum Kwabru. Ni boni and yo. Torkornoo to me can't say Torkornoo or Bokro be. The bonding none so much what do a mine sick aquatra and any kunu and then the manum aquaburetire holidays. The body or ye yani. Ain't no, but a two was watching say wake up. Chief Justice Bafuboni one kobi. And ye can back us on one can send a fan I say. Sanet yet, but what would you know with Black Rasta? One can no clear and find Ghana for you are one person you can't drop. On cannot correct. On cannot correct. Who was stand out them last me can somebody to the lady. I will TikTok man block me. Your friendly frame show me can somebody to say or no one the political stand with them. Or more be a not pretending or pretending because there is no single person. I what again have to me a catch me say, no, yeah, or no, bet me a catch me say, or no, what's one, Ebia, or not a freedom fighter. There is no freedom fighter in this nation. Freedom fighter don't fight for a political party. Freedom fighter don't have any stand. Freedom fighter fight for the ordinary people in Ghana, the citizens. Freedom fighter be any or man be more or no question politician at be being quite it's a man for the freedom fighters. They speak against it, but won't be concerned this yet. Embassy MPP now MPP by power no more yadi and ya now you are in support now all to 2 I am pia a banis I win your freedom fighter we Jimmy 4 we can't say lady no we can't you're blocking or TikTok. What you say? On so much in no credit. Some free shows and wine or blocking me because so much in no credit. Black Rasta mu say, "Oh, can no credit some money." Me am say, "Me man me cancel say minister. Obia want to stand o jinam. Obia want to stand." What you say? Obia want to stand. But stand na wo jinam no. Say Jimmy be because wo stand no ma. Na say wo pese ehunu say wo stand na emom no. What no kure ne na ma. E ya criticize uncle for because bafo ni mo ba ye no. Adwuma som be no mo ba nwanwa. Justin Torkornoo boni be no didi Ghana. Boni be no ye enti na adwene nye stable. Ete say wo ye obi adwuma. Na wo ye ne kroje na ode kro no ato so. Ade say ete say wo ye obi adwuma na wo awutiri hu ni say wo mo kro no na ode kro no ato so e be fa wutiri be ba odam. Enti say na wo gina ho kan say Justin Torkornoo ono no e bodam a eye nom because mo na mama na e bodam. Man fa na mfa mra kwanzo. Because this yabe was so called NDC niba Jimmy ya ne edimu manyo but no Black Rasta ni claim so ni nyansa sa actions we ni reactions we no woni nyansa was so criticize it because yem fa mu man sa ma ba we ni madwuma ne ye nanso ya MPP ni NDC yabe was ye yi nipa ni firi wo na ye de ni o ya NDC niba nanso bi kra na NDC no wonte adwuma na ase ena ma Ghana ya bre no because CEOs ni bebre ya so mo oti adwuma na ase ni madwuma na oye. Then so enam say mo party a free power until was so na obi a woni madwuma ne ba And so black class acclamation in Yansan won't criticize actions. 100 did my day besim do be arasi. You best be macramo bye bye.